Hey everybody, welcome to Finding God with Phoenix. I'm your host, Phoenix Rising, and today we're going to find God. But where do we begin finding God? Is it in the Bible, the Quran, the Torah? Where is God? Where do we look? Well, we're going to start with the Manad. What is the Manad? The Manad is the great source, the great void, the big darkness, the ultimate darkness. There is no describing. It is indescribable. It is where everything in existence exists. Okay? So we're going to start there and go from the root to the fruit. Now, the reason that it's important to start at the Manad is because most people are not taught about the Manad. They're only taught about the God of their religion. We have to start at the basics of what God is. And the Manad is the root of all gods. It is the source of every god of every religion, the essence of every god. The root of every god and every religion is the Manad. Now, as you noticed, I stuttered a lot and ran out of words when trying to describe the Manad. This is common. It's called the curse of the Manad. Once you discover the Manad, you won't be able to explain it. So I want everybody to do their own research, their own Google research, and study the Manad in their search for God. Okay? Now the Manad, the essence, the great source, it moves like flowing water. And this is a picture right here of the golden ratio that was revealed to me through my own spirit. And as you can see in the center right there is the Manad. Now I know every patriarchal religion tells you that God is a man and they just browbeat you with this masculine God. But that's really not the truth. Nothing actually could be further than the truth than God being a man. God is not a man. Unfortunately, sorry to burst your bubbles, guys, but if the Manad would be anything, it would be female, because it's only divided down to one single cell that creates all, which would be most easily comparable to the female X chromosome. Now, you don't have to believe me, like I said, but you're always welcome to do your own research and find out for yourself that it would be feminine and not masculine. Feminine came first. So that brings us from the source, the dark waters, the great void, the Manad, to the first emanation of God, which is the Holy Spirit, the Divine Mother, the way Jesus taught in the Pinsta Sophia, the first emanation, the way that God first expressed herself or itself was as a divine feminine creation. So it was a matriarchy before there was a patriarchy. The people of the world worshipped a feminine god, okay? And the names of those gods were different in different religions. We got Tiamat, we have Ashura, we have Anat, we have the Shekinah, we have the Holy Spirit, all of which are pertaining to the divine feminine, the mother, the queen of heaven, who was, of course, slain or oppressed by her son in order to take her power and her throne. But for thousands of years prior to the patriarchy, it was indeed a matriarchy, and it was a happy world. It was a peaceful world until the god of war took over and made your god male and forced you to bow down to and worship a male god. Now, I know if you were lucky enough to have discovered me from Mama T's podcast talking about the mother gods, then you were lucky enough to learn about Tiamat with us. So today, we have a little bit of Tiamat, but I want to share with you Ashura. Ashura is also another name for Tiamat, the mother of all gods, the mother of all creation, that was again unalived by her offspring to get her power, and she was demonized. Well, not unalived as much as oppressed, smothered, demonized, and just really taken off the board. Just, she's a demon, don't worship her, you're going to hell, right? And that's literally what the patriarchal religions taught and enforced into the minds of mankind as we know it now to stop them from worshiping the mother god, that she was a demon. The issue with that is that it's literally blasphemy of the Holy Spirit. The Ruach HaKodesh, Ashura, the Holy Spirit, the Shekinah, it's all the divine feminine. It's all the Holy Mother, the Mother of Heaven. And to call her a demon is to blaspheme the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh, it's either way, anything that you want to call the divine feminine, or the first emanation of God, the first God that evolved from the source, the great void, it was feminine, the Holy Spirit, through Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Mother. She is the plug that plugs into the source. She is the plug that plugs into the monad, the divine essence that all blessings flow to you through. It is through the divine feminine that all the magic is made. It is not the Father, but the Mother God that you should be worshiping. Of course, the Abrahamic religions teach you that it is a male God and it's Yahweh, and that he was maybe, at the most, they'll tell you he was married to a Shada and divorced her. But that's not the truth. It was his mother, and she was the mother of all gods, who they also called her the wife of, when she was the mother of, in fact. And you can see it in every religion of the time previous to Yahweh. She was the wife of. She was the wife of. No, she was the mother. Calling her a wife, of course, minimizes her position and her role and her power. Instead of addressing her as mother, she's always addressed as the wife. This is a blasphemy. And because she is indeed the Holy Spirit, as Jesus has taught you before, blasphemy of the Holy Spirit is the only unforgivable sin. You could blaspheme the Father and the Son, it'll be forgiven. But if you blaspheme the Holy Spirit, it will not be forgiven in this life or in the life after. The Mother God, the Queen of Heaven, it doesn't matter what you call her, Ma'at, Isis, Sanat, Ashara, the Holy Ruach HaKodesh, Gaia. There's so many names, but no matter what you call her, the Mother of Heaven, the Holy Mother, the Mother of all creation, is the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit of God, and she is the God you should be praying to, that is connected to the monad, the source, the great divine darkness. If you're looking for God, that is where you look. Plug into the Holy Mother and let her plug into the source for you and receive your blessings and pray to the divine feminine. That is the true path of God. Thank y'all for coming to watch Finding God with Phoenix. I hope that you have been blessed. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me. I'm also on TikTok, Jazzy Davis. And have a blessed day. Enjoy these pictures of Isis, Manat, Tiamat, Ashara, the Ruach HaKodesh. There's so many different names for the Mother God, the Mother of all creation. But make sure to honor her, because blaspheming her is blasphemy of the Holy Spirit. Study yourself and show yourselves approved unto God. Thank you for finding God with Phoenix. Be blessed, y'all.